into our next hour. I'm on second. If you come in on the other one, because obviously sometimes shows are repeated, so we have to do a cheeky pause. If you did come in and our live started the show going second, then soz. That's why we've come from another live show. Anyway, if you are tuning in and you've literally just tuned in because you didn't know we've just had a live hour, welcome. It's lovely to have your company. I'm Leonie, and of course we have got the wonderful Hazel in the building, who has already been inspiring me. I've already wanted to. I want every time you come in, it's like I need to make boxes. I need to make boxes. Why don't I make boxes? Because it looks so good.
They are. It's gorgeous cardstock, and it's the colour for me. It's just drawn me in, and yeah, you just get that feeling, and it starts here, doesn't it?
Yes.
In your guts, that butterflies, and it's just like, oh, I need to play.
This is lovely. It's just lovely. It
yes,
really
indeed.
is.
Yeah.
And obviously we're talking Pink Frog, so we are talking quality. Because we've had one live hour already, then a third of the stock has already gone. This is your one-day special. It's meant to last 24 hours, but a third of the stock has gone. Please check your baskets out, folks. It is sensational. Now, I will reiterate what we've got just in case you have literally just joined us. So first of all, you have got that beautiful chocolate duo. Now, you're getting 50 sheets of this. We are talking 400 GSM. One side, of course, is uncoated. The next side has got that stunning pearlescence. And what I love about this, it looks posh. I mean, it looks classy. The wonderful thing as well, of course, you can do tons with this because you've got that plain side as well. So you've got 50 sheets of that. That is weighty cardstock, serious quality cardstock. You've then got, and look at this, because this is beautiful, the ice crystal. Now, again, 50 sheets. It's 250 GSM. So fantastic for your mat and layering. But look at the sheen on this, and it's subtle. It's really classy. It's not a really bright sheen. It's double-sided. It just looks like it's got tiny little sparkles encapsulated with the card. I mean, it's super smooth. It's got a beautiful, beautiful finish to this, and it's got that lovely cream. The cream goes with the brown. I mean, they complement each other beautifully, absolutely beautifully. And with the kit, not only are you going to get 100 sheets of top quality card, you're also getting instructions as well. So this will allow you, as soon as you get this home, it's going to allow you to start crafting. And it's so nice, Hazel, to have different colours, because obviously sometimes, I don't know about you, but I get really stuck in a rut with the colours I use. Yeah. I'm terrible. Yeah. White cardstock, black cardstock. Utterly stuck in a rut.
That's because that's normally what we've got, isn't it? They're our core cardstocks that we choose. So in my craft room, it used to look quite boring. It was just black and white, but since I've been with Pink Frog, I've got my red, I've got my green, I've got my black, I've got my chocolate.
That chocolate duo.
But, yeah, and it just gives you, you can stamp onto this, you can ink onto it, you can do so much more. Just because it's got, because it's got the pearlized on one side and the matte on the other, it just, the possibilities are endless on it, and I love it. And obviously for the thickness. Yes. If you like making frames, even if you didn't want your frame to be chocolate brown, it's 400 GSM, so you can start chucking your texture paste and your gesso. It's not going to buckle. It's sturdy. It's going to take it. And for that price. And see, for that price, pearlescent cardstock, 400 GSM for that price. I mean, it is phenomenal. Remember the instructions. Remember, obviously, we're talking Pink Frog, so we have got really good quality. And if I just show you just a few of the beautiful cards that you've got instructions to make, so your easel cards, obviously they're going to make easy easel cards, good quality easel cards, because of that weight of cardstock. I mean, that feels beautiful. The thing is as well, with your beautiful ice crystal, you can do loads on your ice crystal. I really like that card. It's stunning. That suits the yellows with the cream and the brown. It just suits it.
And I love inside. That looks so pretty.
That's got some of our new texture stamps in there, and it almost, it's kind of like a bricky kind of look, but it suits it amazing.
Really pretty, absolutely gorgeous. And that's the thing as well, that ice crystal, like the stamping, it really looks
gorgeous. It stands out, it's crisp as well.
Yeah. They're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Really classy, gorgeous cards. All these, you are getting instructions to make all of these. And you see any of the cards that you're cutting into, the cardstock is such good quality. That is going to stand up. It's not going to sort of, start to bore or give in on your good quality cardstock. And that ice crystal looks sensational. Now, if you'd love to get hold of this collection, it is your one-day special. It is so busy. You have to check your baskets out. Otherwise, you are going to end up missing out on this. It's only £15.99. It's a really good crafty essential. One of the staples for your crafty stack. 989 is your item number. Now, please check the website out. I can't believe we've already had an hour. That's ridiculous. Check the website. We've got loads of bargains. We've got your happy hour deal. You've got some proper essentials like your gesso, like your red liner tip, like your glossy accents. Honestly, we've got some absolute must-haves for you. If you've any questions, email in studio@hochanda.com. But if you want to order, it is hochanda.com, or you can ring us 01733 60 2000. See, it's come back now. It's come back. So yeah, make sure. Oh, happy hour deals, of course. You've got your Quickie Glue Pens Essential, absolutely essential, $12.49, and that beautiful ice gold card, which is gorgeous. 100 sheets there as well. $9.99, bargain. All available on the website. Okay, Hazel, back over to you, my love.
Okay, so I'm just going to go over and finish off the two cards that we started for the pizza box. All I did was I cut my matten layers. If you weren't with us on the first hour, this is the pizza box that we've made, and it's just out of one of the 15x42s that we've scored around the outside and found the middle there. We've made this paper from the ice crystal just by using our stencils and some stamps on there, and we've also made some gorgeous background papers and on the card there. So with all of that in mind, I'd made two little A6 cards and I've matten layered the paper on. Now, I did just go around the outside with some of the ground espresso just to change that slightly. It just draws your eye in a little bit. And I've got a couple of little sentiments on there, and then I've got some stars that I'm just going to quickly stick in, and then we'll move on, and I'll show you how I built the frame.
I tell you what, Hazel, it looks really, really cool. I mean, the whole colour combination, the quality is obviously gorgeous. But it's just, I think, because that beautiful brown and then the ice crystal. Yeah. I mean, they sit together wonderfully, don't they?
They do, and I think, this would cover a lot of age groups.
Yeah.
And it would definitely cover those difficult mail cards that we need to make. Do you know what I mean? Not all mail ones are difficult, but it just flummoxes us a little bit, doesn't it? We just sit and we're like, oh, it's a mail card.
And it's one of them again.
But they literally then... This could be a gift, you put a couple of notelets in there, you could probably fit another one or two in there, and that just goes down, and that gives you, it's a nice little gift.
I love that.
But you've got, I'm just seeing, have you got some, oh, I know what that is. There's a little bit of glitter on there. That isn't from, that isn't from the card. It's because on my craft desk I was spraying some glitter. I just thought, wow. So just ignore it if you can see really sparkly glitter. Let's put this one in. That was my original one.
Amazing.
So that just gives you, there you go.
Yeah, I love that. So that is really
very
cool.
easy to make.
They look good. They look so impressive. I hope you saw the first hour because Hazel was giving us the dimensions. Obviously, you can watch it on Rewind. If you have just joined us, then welcome. It is okay. You can watch it on Rewind, and Hazel will give you all the instructions, literally proper instructions with measurements and everything. It's not me. It's not guess your way through it. Hazel's give you proper instructions so you can make that wonderful pizza box, which looks amazing. But obviously, it's good because you're using the right cardstock. Heavyweight cardstock, quality cardstock with, of course, the ice crystal. You're getting 50 sheets of each. 15. £15.99. At this juncture, we better go back to Hazel.
Right then, I'm going to make the frame, but instead of making a big one like this, I'm going to cut it down and do it a little bit smaller. So, if you wanted to make this one that I'm going to make at home, you will need 2 sheets of the 15x42. Just cut them in half at 21, which gives you this. So I'll just score out one of them, and I have got some prepared. So short edge at the top, we're going to score at 1. That's going to be your tab that you put your red liner tape on, and then it's 4, 8 and 11. So 4 centimetres, 8 and 11.
Okay.
And then we're going to turn and we're going to score at 1 centimetre. Again, that's going to be for a tab. And then we're going to go 5 to that second line. Was it 5? Yes. You see, I'm double checking myself now. Okay, so quite simple there. And then you're going to need some scissors.
Okey-dokes.
And I always cut and put my tape on before I start adding ink.
Okay.
So this area here, that's going to be my tab. So I'm just going to snip at a little bit of an angle. And I'm going to fold that back so I know it's safe, because I want to keep that bit. Then we're going to cut that away. And then at an angle to the bottom of that score line that we went to the second. And then snip that away.
Okay.
So that gives us that. Now, choosing my tape, 3mm, 6mm, 9mm, 12mm's too big, 6mm, we'll go 6mm.
See, that's why it's handy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Having your stash.
I was just looking, you see, 9mm, that's only gives me 0.0, that gives me 1 millimetre either side. It's not really enough.
Right.
I need to make sure that I get that. So snip that away.
Well, so which size do you have already forgotten?
I've got 6mm.
So you're on your 6.
And then you want a little bit there on that tab.
Amazing.
Okay.
Okay.
So then I would turn that over.
I'm really glad pleased people can watch this on Rewind, because if you like me folk at home, you've already forgotten what Hazel's done.
And I'm folding these, and I'm just folding one way. So I get myself into a routine. So the red liner tape face down, fold them into yourself. My pearlescent is on the inside.
Okay.
So now I'm ready to play and do something on here before I build it up.
Okay.
Now, obviously, you would need 4 of these.
Right.
Now, the beauty of having the 15x42, you can cut this off at whatever length you want. So on the instruction sheet for the frames, if I can get it, I've given you some different sizes that you can play with, but there's so many more than that, because you're just going to cut them off at whatever length you want.
Of course.
So
Perfect.
this is just giving you the bones, and then you can add and play. So I think we'll stick with the same colours, because they're the same colours that I've prepped over there.
Perfect.
So the same sort of thing. I'm going to go across with some speckled egg, and just come down and just do that wood technique to start with.
That's ridiculously cool, isn't it?
It does. It looks amazing. And I'm just going to look. I'm going to bring one in because I wanted to look what other things I've done on there. And now I've remembered. Okay, so now I can use... No, I'm not going to do that first. I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring the stencil in, and I'm going to start, and I'm going to ink through and add some different bits in.
The thing is, as well, with this, what I love about it, obviously that's just direct paper. As soon as you add a little bit of water, because it's distress oxide, it's going to change again, isn't it?
Of course it is, yeah. And it's... Oh, I've just had an idea now, see? This is the good thing about it. When you're with another crafter, you bounce and you create. Do you know what I mean? Things come and you're like, oh, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, I do love, because when you're on with craft, it's like, oh, have you done this? Have you done that? And the lovely thing is, if you've got that mylar, you can make your own stencil. That's exactly what Hazel's doing here. And that is cracking stuff, isn't it?
I don't know how I've lived so long without having my own to create with, if that makes sense. It's changed the way I do a lot of things. Right, so I've just got a few different bits there in the background. We can go in and use our script stamp from our puppy as well. I think I'll use a bit of the black on this one this time. Again, just add it roughly. You don't have to ink the whole thing up, because I don't want it all showing.
Yeah.
Now, when you're making a frame, obviously you're going to have, because it's going to be square,
Yeah.
if you was going to be specific that you wanted your script to be the right way round on each one, then think about it and do it one piece at a time.
Yes.
I'm just going to just pop that down because...
if that were me, I'd purposefully do it, you know, some horizontal and some, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's it. So then we've got a bit of script on there.
It looks nice over at Stars as well, doesn't it?
It does.
That
It
looks really
just
pretty.
stands out. Now, this little one, just scuff in a few lines out here and there.
Yeah.
This just gives another area of interest to look at, really, and it just adds a little bit. Bearing in mind, this back bit you won't see. It's only these 3 edges. So just add in a little bit of all of the 3 colours. And if they're still wet, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It just gives you something more. And when you're happy, now I know that that's going to be a little bit wet, you can just drag that back. It just gives you another look.
Yeah, of course.
So I'll do that just because I'm going to fold it now. So to put it together, turn it face down and fold down on the 2nd score line.
Okay.
Take the backing off your tape.
Yeah.
And fold the bottom up. That naturally finds its fold there, and then push it back that way, and you've got that perfect, and it's sturdy, and it's holding its shape.
Yeah, 400 years,
it's
then
perfect.
That's going to be sturdy.
So I'm going to pop that one to one side, and I have got 4 bits that I have prepared. So they're all done in the same way. I'm now going to take off that little bit of tape.
Okay.
And show you how easy it is to pop these together. Now I did, when we first started doing the frames, I never used to put a tab on, but actually the bigger the frame you make, the more open the corners were. And if you didn't quite get it, and it just didn't sit right, so that's why I've added on that extra centimetre.
So the tab really helps.
So you get them all going the same direction, and you pop that inside till it's butted up, and push down that tab.
That's the little red liner bit that's buttered.
Can you see that there?
So it acts as the hinge.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's one. And you're just going to go across.
So you're making a little caterpillar.
And you're going to do that on all 4.
Oh. So you've made a fabulous tunnel for cars.
Yeah! And then you will need some tacky glue. I'm just going to pop it. Can you see where I'm putting it? It's on the square piece at the back. That's it.
Okay. Of course.
Pop
because
that.
you've cut that angle. So would you be able to move it up? No, we've got it. We can see.
So is that better?
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
And then that one. Let me bring it down for you. That end one.
Wonderful.
And then what you do need to do is just pop a little bit on.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of that because that looks messy. On the corner of each one.
Ah, okay.
I might have come out a bit far there, but that's fine. That's the bit that's going to tuck it inside. So we're just going to tuck that in. 1.
Oh, that's so good.
2, 3, and then on this last one, just make sure that you tuck that in. And then I always give it a good push.
Yeah.
It's 400 GSM. It's not going to buckle or crease. You can be quite rough with it. Go around and make sure you give that a nice press.
Honestly.
And then you've got your mat. Make sure it's square.
Hazel, that is well cool.
So I'm going to go probably that way round. All I've done is I've got myself a mat and layer.
Yeah.
In fact, I haven't. I've got them the same size, and the reason being is because if you look through that one, you can kind of see a bit of daylight.
Yes.
So I'm just going to back it with that afterwards. So we're going to do something on there so that it shines through
Hazel,
on there.
I love that. That is
it's
beautiful.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Oh, that is beautiful.
Do you know, you've seen me drag and make a background. I could quite easily cut a bit of that and stick it behind and go, ta-da, it's done. But I want to show you some more benefits for the ice crystal.
That is stunning.
Something extra that you can do on there.
Can I give people little reminders?
Of course you can.
Oh,
Go
Hazel,
on then.
I'm so impressed with that. Honestly, please watch on Rewind. I will need to watch on Rewind for measurements because obviously, well, I'm here so I can't write them down. But watch on Rewind now. Hazel is showing you that frame and she's showing you the pizza box. Remember, you're also getting instructions with your one-day special, so it means you've got even more. And because you're talking quality, that frame is proper sturdy. It's absolutely incredible because you'll be able to do tons with it. Do you know what? I had a paper frame and I had some of the concrete, you know, the concrete stuff that you can get, and I covered a paper frame with the concrete, and honestly, it's set rigid. So I've made a concrete frame, and that is using, I didn't make the frame, it was one I had left over from a demonstration that I didn't do. I'm not that good. But this is the kind of thing, you can do so much with it. Really think outside the box, the pizza box. This is your one day special. It's £15.99. Almost a half price deal. You're saving £14, 580989. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of reminders of the stuff that Hazel used. Now, she did use the mylar. Now, the mylar, of course, she used this to create her own stencils. It's cracking stuff, 12 by 12, so obviously there's tons you can do with this. You can make your own stencils, you can make your own masks with it. Hazel's literally used an easy dye, so not a filigree dye, a nice easy dye to make your beautiful masks with. But imagine the stuff you can do with it. And I know some of your machines have that heavy cut blade, and I'm sure people say you can cut through mylar. This has been really busy. We're approaching 40%. We've literally only had 1 hour. £11.99, 394204. Now, Hazel also used the red liner tape. Now, she used a 12mm red liner tape on that one. It was a 12. No, you didn't. You didn't use 12.
You used a 6mm.
You used a 6mm. Yeah. I will tell you about that in a minute, but the 6mm red liner tape was the one that Hazel actually used, which is the bottom of the screen. I'll go and get it. Hold on. So you've got your 6mm red liner tape. Now, you are actually getting 4 rolls of that, and Hazel used that because it was the perfect size, obviously, for creating those little tabs. And that's the thing. When you've got all the different sizes of red liner, it makes it easier. Just makes your job easier. Only £11.99, 110684. Now, I do need to tell you as well, with the 12mm red liner, you know that when we were doing this, you know when we were going out counting, we said, no, you only get 2, not 5. Our picture was showing 5, so we really apologise for that. That has been adjusted, it's been corrected, and if you purchase this, our call centre are giving you a ring and sorting that out for you. You are getting the 2 rolls for £9.99, but obviously 30 metres there. 180271 is your item number. Brilliant value for money and cracking stuff. Okay, I'll give you a little bit of a reminder of what we've got on the show, and then we'll definitely get back to our Hazel. I'll talk really quick. So, first of all, super smooth, essential. With this, obviously, it's a great size. I was saying, whether you're doing boxes, what Hazel's been doing with the frames, I mean, you can definitely do that with your A2, obviously cutting it down. Imagine the possibilities. 300 GSM, 40% of the stock has gone in 1 hour. £13.98, 80 sheets there. Really, really good value. And like I was saying, I love having big cardstock because you have it behind you when you're doing your spritzing, when you're doing, you know, when you're doing your gel plate or anything with your brayer, and then you want to roll off the paint on your that you've got on your brayer for a background. This is cracking for that. You have your project there, you have your, and then this strip so you can clean your brayer off. Honestly, large cardstock is really ridiculously handy. Please check your back, and that's just me making backgrounds. Imagine when you start getting Hazel's instructions and making all those wonderful boxes and frames and more. £13.98 is your price. 517280. And then we've got posh stuff, because have a look at the shimmer on this. It's gorgeous. And look, and like I was saying before, you've got different types of finishes. You know, I mean, this has got that really, really beautiful double-sided shimmer. It is stunning. Put your inks on that. You know, you'll get that beautiful shimmer coming through when you've got your dye inks. Obviously, send it through your printer. You know, use it for inserts, but use it for your toppers. Die cut with this. Now, it's called your flower making because it's a really good weight for flower making. Really good for for manipulating the petals. £9.99 is your price. 469106 is your item number for 80 sheets, and it's gorgeous. Now, are super smooth. We've started with the big A3, but we have got your different sizes. We've got the A4, an essential. Obviously, it's an essential. You know, I use tons of super smooth because you can do so much with it, and I love experimenting. I love the differences between super smooth and then your watercolour cardstock. With this one, you are, of course, getting your A4. Great price again, only £13.98. Use it with your alcohol markers, but definitely use it for spritzing and get your, you know, your different distress inks, etc. on it. Honestly, really nice. Now, how much has gone of this? 30%. It's been so busy. 30% of stock has gone. This doesn't feel like we've only had 1 hour, I'm not going to lie. If you do want that one, that is 617168. Now, we've also got your watercolour cardstock. Now, obviously, watercolour cardstock is, again, a crafty essential. This should be in your stash. Watercolour cardstock is lovely to work on because you can get so many fantastic backgrounds. You know, just distress and then just a spritz of water, you're aware. But obviously, use it with your paints, use it with your beautiful pens. It's just, yeah, brilliant. It's got a gorgeous texture to it, but not too heavy that you can't stamp on it. You know, you'll still get a good stamped impression on that. Now, 669-780, we are approaching 40% of the stock there. You're saving £10, saving more than you're spending. We always like that one, don't we? Now, you've also got your A5, and when me and Hazel were chatting in the first hour, we were saying how nice it is to have your different sizes of watercolour. You'll pick different sizes up for different jobs. They'll also inspire you, but like Hazel said, less wastage, because obviously you don't have to sort of trim the cardstock off and then sort of just have little scraps, and it's the amount of stuff you can do with it. I love dribbling, which does sound pretty gross, but I love it. I know, right? I love watching dribbles. Yeah. That harks back to when I was a kid, you know. I have told this story many times, but when I was a kid, I used to, condensation, I don't know, did anyone else do this? I'll never forget it, kitchen window, the door, we had like window panes in the door, and you used to go like that without condensations and then just watch the drips go down. That were the exciting childhood I had, watching, and I loved it. I had a lovely time. You don't get condensation these days, do you?
Not really, no.
Don't get condensation. Tell you, double glazed, and it's ruined all those fabulous games that I had as a child, like watching the ice on the, you know, like Jack Frost on the inside of your window, your bedroom window. That was great fun. Over a third of the stock has gone. Actually, was it? They had some beautiful patterns. Over a third of the stock has gone. Absolutely not complaining about it. Mind you, it didn't make me a tough northerner. Now, if you do want to get hold of this one, £9.99, you're saving a tenner on that. That is 747-203. And then you've got the A6, of course. We're approaching 30%. And this is just, again, brilliant for quick cards, beautiful toppers, gorgeous notelets. It's watercolour, so it's going to give you incredible effects immediately. I mean, don't you find, Hazel, watercolour cardstock makes you look right good?
It does.
You know,
you don't have to try.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, that looks really good, and I've only put a little bit of ink on it. It looks great. And
sprayed it with a bit of water.
Yeah, it's in it. Yeah. It's so satisfying. Never gets dull. Never gets dull. If you do want to get hold of that, £9.99 is your price. That is 305695. Now, we have got loads of different sizes of tape. This is the most popular currently, and that's your 6mm. You're getting 4 rolls of that, obviously good size rolls as well. Not skinny little red liner tape. You've got 30 metres on each roll there, and that's your 6mm. £11.99. Check out your baskets. Do not miss out as well on the other sizes that's on the website. 110684. Now, the Mylot, really, really busy. I think the possibility and the being able to create your own stencils, because people will have designs in mind, they'll have styles in mind that they'll think, oh my word, that'll make a good stencil, won't they?
Ovals, like archways, all sorts. Whatever you've got in your stash at home, your simple shapes, you can be making your own. And like, it's something that I would normally do out of a piece of card.
Yes.
I used to maybe say do it on mirror board, but I'd lose it, or it would get crinkled. I've got myself a little pizza box that I've made, and everything is in here. So that's like one portion. You get 4 of those in your 12 by 12 sheet.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, you could just cut that 12 by 12 sheet in half, so it's 6 inches by 12 inches, and make a stencil that way.
Of course.
Because I might want to get all of them sizes down. But going through here, I've got that's a new addition. It's like a rectangle-y.
Yeah.
And then I've got the smaller ones on there. And of course you get the bits that come out, so don't throw those away.
Absolutely.
Circles, hearts, squares.
Yeah.
What are those ones? Hexagons.
We'll go hexagon. Let's just go hexagon and move on quick.
But look, this is what I was talking about with the masket going hand in hand with it. And that's why it's in there, so I don't lose it. Look.
Yeah.
Again, there's one down here with clouds in.
Yeah.
And then there's our skyline.
Yeah, that's cute.
I've always got it. It's excellent quality. It's 350 micron. It's not going to break. So that's like, I've got that forever now.
And of course you've made your own pizza box.
Exactly.
Of course
because
she has.
it would be rude not to.
It would be rude not to. It's good stuff. It's dead busy, is this one. If you do want your fantastic micron, over half of the stock has now gone. £11.99 being your price, 394204. And then last but not least, before we trot on back to our Hazel, our glossy accents. Glossy accents, a crafty essential. Been going for years by Rangers, so obviously incredible company. It'll give you that beautiful finish. It's got a glaze finish, it's slightly raised. When you put your glossy accents on something you've coloured in, it really makes the colour pop. Obviously you can use it as an adhesive. We do, but it dries super clear. So if you put in if you've got a glass cabochon, then this is absolutely the cabochon. It's a good word, that, isn't it? This is the way to stick it down. Really good dimensional glaze there, and 40% of the stock. Come on, 40% of the stock has gone. £13.99 is your price. Now, something else that's proper busy, and I'm not surprised at all. 40% of the stock has gone. Essential 10 sheets of your masket sheets. This is a must-have. I mean, the stamping is one of those. You can do so many techniques. Masking is essential because it looks so good. I mean, you can create so many effects. Then if you've got your masket sheet, obviously the lovely thing with that, you can reuse the things that you've actually made. Definitely get hold of that. You've got 10 sheets there for £9.99. Fly in that one. That is 976569. Now, we have got a happy hour. This is the one that we had in the last hour, because obviously the last hour was a special extra hour. You're getting 100 sheets, and it's posh. You might not be able to see the gold quite as well as I can, but it's got the most beautiful gold sheen to this. And again, stuff like this. I mean, it's one of those, Hazel, that's just so beautiful to work with, isn't it?
It is, and the effects that you can get when you spray onto it, when you ink onto it, you get kind of an interference with the ink against the gold, and it looks stunning.
I love that.
It does, really.
And what a bargain.
Absolutely. Time to stock up, definitely.
That is absolutely, you need to get hold of this. Only £9.99 for 100 sheets of this. This is posh stuff for £9.99. That is 270330, your item number. Okay, our lovely Hazel, what's next?
Right, so we're going to ink up the ice crystal to go in the back of the frame. Now, the bit that I'm going to use, I've put to one side because I want to show you a few things on here first. So, just simple blending onto. It just works really well. Mixing your 3 colours. If you don't like using the sponges, you can use I must admit I am a bit of a lover of these brushes at the moment as well.
Everyone's loving the brushes, aren't they?
I am colour coordinated, so I've got where did I put them? I think I've got them out. Here we go.
Oh, Miss
Let's use me brown.
Well.
I've got a little brown sticker on there to tell me. So
they are
the
rather
blend
nice,
is beautiful on them, and you can just build up. Don't talk when you're doing it, because if you spit, just like that,
you create your own texture.
Absolutely, yeah. But you can see how easy it is to get a blend around the edge there.
And this is the ice crystal.
Yeah.
So even though it's got that wonderful finish, you can still do loads of gorgeousness on it.
So when you go and you put your spritz in...
Ooh, look at that. Immediately you can see that go.
You're going to see that gorgeous like start spot in there, your faux bleaching. You're going to build on there. You can be stamping on there. But if you want to then, say if we put some ink onto the mat and spritz. Now, you can pick up like so, and that gives that effect.
Yeah.
And this is why I wanted to spend a little bit of time with you, just to show you different ways, because that gives you a more puddled look.
Yeah.
If you bring into play one of these heat resistant mats, which lots of us have got, and you pop your ink onto there and you spritz, you'll notice it beads.
Isn't it weird how it does that? The glass mat definitely reacts differently.
It is weird. So then when you pop down on there, you're going to get a more beaded effect. But how nice that works with that as well.
Yes, over the top.
I know that's tragic, wiping that off. If you have got one of these mats, and I've got it stuck onto a glass mat, this is one of the Crafts 2 mixed media mats, and you pop your ink on here, you can see, look, it's reacting completely differently already. And then you put your, you're going to get a bead look, but it's a wetter bead, it's a bigger bead. So depending on what you want to do, this is going to go a lot further off of this mat. I have to say, I really have enjoyed using this, and I do use it quite a lot at home.
I haven't got one yet.
So you can see, I'm not doing anything in particular, but it's the makings of something pretty special.
It's the makings of a cracking background, isn't it?
So it wipes up pretty clean. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dab that so it doesn't go onto the floor. And put that down there, and I'm going to get the one that I want to use on, and we'll kind of go in with some of the different colours.
You know your Mylar sheets?
Yeah.
What will the ink do on that?
Absolutely. I don't think it beads. Where's that pizza box? Good question.
Hey.
I know that we've all had these this sort of product as a blending mat.
Yes.
And the ink kind of sits within it, but I can't remember
I can't remember
popping it on. Let's put it down there so you can see. I think it puddles. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it puddles.
Puddles. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's too shiny.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to pop that to the side.
Because that's the other thing with your Mylar. You can make, like, the shapes you make. You know the technique where we put the ink on your, on your stamping platform, your stamping block, your acrylic block.
Yeah.
And then squidge it down.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do that with your Mylar, can't you? You can cut a shape, put the ink on and squidge it down and make some beautiful...
Definitely.
Make some... lovely prints with that, because it does that sort of, it doesn't bead like that.
So what worried me here, I thought when I first started doing this, was I thought, oh, I'm just going to get squares on my card because I've got squares there. But weirdly enough, I didn't.
No, you don't. That looks lush.
I was quite impressed, so I'm just going to go in, and I know I'm mixing and muddying, but that is absolutely fine.
Yeah, it looks good.
You're going to get a lot of prints off of there.
Yeah.
And realistically, I shouldn't waste that. Let's just whip another sheet of that out.
As soon as you start to see those, like, dry, the colours merged together are just delicious, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, that is the makings of something else, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll pop that to one side. So, yes, it's 250 GSM. I don't think I'd use it for the card base, but it's excellent for matting and layering and building up. So again, I'm just going to pop that down there to dry.
And it's interesting because you wouldn't necessarily, because it's got that beautiful sheen, it wouldn't be your go-to initially to do backgrounds, but good grief, it works. I mean, that looks so pretty. And those colours, while you're blasting dry, I'll give you a reminder, but actually, emails. We've had some lovely emails. I haven't been reading them out. I'll tell you why I weren't reading them out. Because Hazel were doing instructions for frame and they were nowhere interrupting. Because it was like, we need to watch that. But we have had emails. Bonnie's emailed in. Vonnie, sorry, I'm really rubbish at hearing names. Vonnie has said... So, she said, with the watercolour card, do we know if it's a hot or a cold press? I don't know.
We'll find out for the next show. Something's telling me it's a hot press. I don't know why, but we will find out for the next show.
It's got a slight texture on it. It's not a heavy texture. I will get it and show you. It's not a heavy texture, but you can see there It's got a slight texture to it, so not necessarily a heavy texture. I mean, I don't know if you can tell. So it's not like really, won't be able to stamp on that. I mean, you can see that's a stamped image and it stamps
beautifully.
Yeah. Obviously, we got the different sizes as well, so check all them out. We did have some other lovely emails. Who's this one from? Sorry. Peter. Hi, Peter. He says he only buys from Pink Frog now, and he's never found anybody at such good quality at these prices, and the instruction sheets are invaluable. And he actually laminates them because he needs to keep them, like our Hazel.
Good.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well done.
Thank you, Peter.
And who else has emailed? Elizabeth. Hello, Elizabeth. She says, loving seeing our Hazel in action. She is amazing, and her passion shines through. And she wishes you a very happy Christmas.
And to you,
everybody.
thank you.
Oh, and Karen's emailed and said happy Christmas as well. Everybody, thank you ever so much. It's lovely to hear from you. Keep those emails coming in, studio@hochanda.com. And obviously, happy Christmas. Happy solstice. It's solstice, and I'm right. I'm loving a good solstice. Now, back over to you, our lovely Hazel.
Okay, so we'll just build this up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie in some of the chocolate card that I covered with the peacock feathers from the first hour.
Yeah.
So that was just from my poppy
and that's
stamp
that
set.
script again.
Yeah,
so you've used that a lot, haven't you?
I just keep. Next time I'll use the what's it called?
So the one.
Yeah.
So the rose.
When I was on with the rose stamps, I kept forgetting it then, and I've done it again today.
that
music,
poppy.
music stamp.
Music. If you do want the poppy stamp, I mean, it is absolutely exquisite. It's got that beautiful background that Hazel keeps using. Hazel's stamp looks like mine on there. She's got that lovely background. You've got the poppies. You've also got the red cardstock as well, which is absolutely, I mean, look at that card. That is a wow. And look at your price again, $14.95. You've got stamps in there and the cardstock for that. 441936 is your item number. If you do want your other stamps, you've got actually 4 different options here for your stamps. Oh, now that's the one we saw on that card. That's absolutely gorgeous. That's your sunflower wishes. You'll recognise the sentiments as well. Oh, wait, that one. No, with that one, that's your beautiful sunflowers. I love that. Oh, I love that. You've got your beautiful daisies, and the sentiments are gorgeous. And then your flowers and your birthdays, really pretty. Only $14.95 for those. 989782 is your item number. Now, we have got, Hazel's mentioned these actually, the texture stamps. Oh, yeah, these are cracking. I like that. These are the ones you were talking about in the card, weren't they?
They're amazing.
Yeah,
so
they're
different
cracking.
and great for if you like making frames, stamping around the frames.
Yeah.
Just loved working with them.
I like them. I like them a lot. Only $14.95, 941170. And then just one more, because we did mention the beautiful raw stamp set, and this is the one where you've got the music background. You've got 5 sheets of your gorgeous true red. You've got 5 sheets of that wonderful green, and then you've got 5 sheets of your super smooth, and all 21 by 30, a nice heavyweight cardstock as well. And of course you have got the actual stamps, and that's beautiful. Really nice stamp set is that, and that background again is lovely. Only £19.70. 962066. Sorry, Hazel.
It's
Back to you.
okay. Right. All I've done.
Yes.
I dried that off before, and I'm going to stick it to the brown card, because I know that the GSM, it's nice and sturdy to go on the back of the frame.
Yeah.
So just give that a nice firm press down. And then what I've done is I've just added my star dies that I cut my miler with onto this card that we put over with the peacock feathers.
And that was the background that you created in the first hour, wasn't it?
Yes, and then it's all going to tie in with the frame. If I just take those off, keep them, chuck them down there. Now I have created this. I think this is gorgeous.
Oh, yeah, that
look
looks
how
good.
nice that's going to look in there.
Yeah.
So I'll pop them little stars to the side, and then we'll show you, we'll stick that together.
Yeah.
So I bring our frame in. This is where I'm just going to check how much room I've got. I reckon I've got 9. I'm going to go 9 mil, and it's a good job. Look, I'm going to open a new one. So when you get these, yes, they're sticky. Take it out. That's super sticky. I'm going to bin that. I'm going to get my anti-static bag and I'm going to tap that all the way round. That means that when I put it back in my craft bag, it's not going to stick to my other rolls.
That's handy. That's a good tip.
Okay, so now I'm ready to start. Find the end. I would always use a red liner tape when I'm sticking the back in. I can't get the end. Come on.
Well, you're looking for your end. Can I show my tape? And then we won't watch. You're looking for your end.
I've got it, Annie, but yeah,
got her
go
end.
for it.
See, this is a lovely thing about this show. You've got so much choice. You've got 3 rolls. These are big rolls. That's the thing, Hazel, isn't it? I mean, these are big rolls.
30 metres, which is equivalent to 6 of your standard rolls of tape.
I thought so, because normally they're you know, they're teeny little rolls, aren't they? These are long, good size rolls, 30 metres, and of course that one, it's so handy just to have your different sizes. That is your 9mm there, 11.99. 6 millis still in the lead. But Hazel's been using a little bit of this, a little bit of that. She's been mixing it up. 668005, Hazel.
Okay, so I've got my red liner tape, so you haven't had to watch me do that.
Beautiful.
It's on, and we've got the backings off. So just peel them away. Oh, I'm being too tidy today.
You've been exquisitely tidy. I mean,
so
no red liner bits. Oh, that's so cool.
I've got that star and I'm just going to pop that in the middle there. And what I have got also is in the ice crystal, I cut a number of the little stars.
Oh, lovely Hazel, I'm so sorry I need to interrupt you because your mic's gone a bit wonky. I think, I don't know, maybe batteries, but whilst we saw our Hazel out, oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt her because I know you wanted to see the finish. I'll really quickly just remind you of your wonderful one-day special where we get our Hazel's mic sorted. We got a bit of time, so it's okay. Okay, one-day special, folks. This is flying and it's gorgeous. What are you going to do with yours? Beautiful size, beautiful quality, and we're approaching half of the stock. This is your one-day special. It's meant to last 24 hours. We're approaching half. I mean, you've got gorgeous quality. The ice is fantastic. That ice crystal is fantastic. It's got such a beautiful finish. The lovely thing is with this, okay, it looks absolutely stunning. However, use your inks on it, like our Hazel's just been doing. You know, do that. Get crafty with this. It is a 250 GSM, but a lovely weight for doing other things on. And then, I mean, look how that chocolate duo matches. I mean, these are a marriage made in heaven. You have got with the chocolate duo the plain side, and then the beautiful pearlescent side. Remember, this is 400 GSM, which is why you can do so much with it. You are going to get the instructions. And remember, those instructions, you can do all sorts. I mean, they just give you so much inspiration. That feels so sturdy. That 3/4 cord. Now, honestly, I have done 3/4 cords or shown 3/4 cords that just, they look good, but they just don't feel. That is amazing. Honestly, it feels fab. And because of the size of the card, look, your 3/4 card, boom, easy peasy. It's exactly the right size. Stunning, is that? Stunning, and that looks really good, doesn't it? If you want your one-day special, £15.99. It's flying because it's quality and it's a bargain. That is 580989. Right, our Hazel is back in business.
Right, we'll
back
go
over
again.
to you, our Hazel.
So with these, the little ice crystal stars, what I'm going to do is just apply some glue behind and then just pick out, just to add in, and then just bend it over on the side. Just give it a minute to grip so they don't ping up.
Squidge it on.
There we go, yeah, give it a squidge. That's fine, that's that one. The big one I'm actually going to pop in the centre of there, so let's put some glue down and stick this in place. And then I've just, whilst I was getting my mic sorted, I thought, you know what, we'll cut a name and we'll put that in. And I thought, oh, well, what name shall I do? And I just looked up and I saw Ben and I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to put Ben in the middle because it's a smallish frame and I think, do you know what, that'll work. So let's just add a little bit of ink around here. Another good thing about this, Matt, is the card kind of stays still in place, look.
Oh,
it doesn't slide all over the place.
Yeah.
So we're just going
I'm going to have one of these, aren't I?
I think you might have to, yeah.
I have got a Crafts 2 paper trimmer, but I don't know where it is, and I don't think I've put it in a safe place, but so I'm horrendous. I obviously think someone's borrowed it, but it could be anywhere. I always blame. I'm really bad, you know. I'm always like, someone's borrowed it. It'll be me, left it somewhere. It's really annoyed me though, because I absolutely love it.
I'm exactly
I love it.
the same.
Oh, honestly, I do my own head in.
I can feel Paul nodding at the telly.
Well, yeah. Is it normally him that gets blamed? Is that why?
Absolutely
Where
is,
have you put any... No, mate, I haven't touched nothing.
Right, I'm just going to pop that one there.
That looks so nice, Hazel.
OK, and then I've got my little letters, and I've got some of that nice card, so we'll just whiz that through.
Perfect.
Literally, you can use your tape to stick it in place, but I am just going to...
Are you living on the edge?
I'm going to have to... although I've got some there, but it's in my hand now, so I'm going to go with it.
Amazing.
There's no going back. I'm sure it'll be fine.
There's the alphabet, that's our lovely Julie's in there.
It is. It's a lovely alphabet. Lovely, clear, goes with anything.
Yeah. Obviously from our mighty Julie Hickey. Check out the website. I don't know if we've got it, but have a little look.
It might be on there. E.
And even though it's 400 GSM, I mean, that is cutting like a dream.
Yeah. Straight out. So let's just pop Ben in the middle, look. I mean, that could be any name, but how effective does that look?
Good.
Realistically, I want to raise that on pads, but it's going to be too fiddly for me to do.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on there.
That looks so cool. And that, you know, you could... I'm thinking, you know, all you wonderful steampunk embellishments and stuff.
This would look great with cogs on, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And the colours would work too.
Yeah.
You know, I do this. I'll get a colourway and I'll struggle to get off of it for a few weeks or so.
You get really obsessed for ages.
When I do my workshop ones, and if I do it in one colour and it's just like, no, I just can't, just got to make another
Yeah, we're doing
one.
that again.
Yes.
We're doing it again.
So there you go. As simple as that. You can make it as intricate or not as you want. But that, to me, is... I'm going to turn it around for you.
Hazel, I'm so impressed.
I'm going to bring in Craft Room because... yeah, it can be whatever you want it to be. Take it as far as you want.
I absolutely love it. It just looks quality. And that's the thing, isn't it? 400 GSM, they are going to be really sturdy.
I've just thought of something.
What have you thought?
Well...
yeah.
Wall art.
Yeah.
How nice would that be?
They'd look amazing, wall art. They'd look amazing. And I mean, you could easily, because the card as well, you can easily make stands.
Yeah.
And you could even...
well, they stand up on their own because of the size that I made it across there.
Looks
but
so good.
You get to choose what width you do it, and I've given you loads of different sizes to choose from, but I know where that's going.
Yeah, that looks absolutely cracking. Yeah, they make beautiful wall art.
No, it's not going to, is it?
No, you're pushing your luck there, Hazel.
Well, it's on an uneven surface now, isn't it?
Oh, they look so good. Yeah. Thank you so much.
That's okay.
I love them.
I think one of my demos back at 8 o'clock will be the trifold that you were showing with the circle.
Oh, I love that.
But I'm going to do it in the same sort of theme as this, because I kind of gathered if I get all of this theme done today, and then we can move on to pretty colours tomorrow, because they do work with ladies' colours, you know.
So tonight we have to get this theme out, this obsession out the way tonight.
Yeah, it's got to be done.
So make sure you tune in for 8 o'clock to see how to make that. Obviously, you have got instructions. That's a beautiful thing with you on this special. Please remember, happy hour deals. We are coming to the end of our 2 hours. The happy hour deals, you've got the quickie glue pens. You've also got that beautiful cardstock. The cardstock, you've got 100 sheets here, and it's posh. It's got that lovely sheen to it. It's got actually, I mean, that has got a gold sheen to it. Kind of tricky in the studio, but once you get it home, you will absolutely see that beautiful sheen. And only $9.99. That is a deal, but it is a happy hour deal. And we are coming to the end of our 2 hours that you've been able to get hold of that and your quickie glue pens. So please check those out. 270330 is your item number. Obviously, we will be back at 8 o'clock. So So please make sure you tune in, because I love Hazel shows. So many ideas, so much inspiration, so many things I want to go home or stay here and actually do. That's the thing about this. And when we are talking quality materials like this, it's achievable. You know, you are going to be able to make those gorgeous cards. You are going to be able to make the boxes. The frame, I mean, the frame is phenomenal. You've even got inspiration with this. Please check out your baskets, because what you have got is a deal. I mean, £14 saving. That is absolutely incredible. And the colour palette is beautiful. You know, that beautiful chocolate. You'll be able to put so many different colours with this. And then teaming it up with that wonderful ice crystal. It's just exquisite. It's sophisticated. And obviously you can do so much with it. Now, please, it is your one-day special, but please check your basket out, because it's been very busy. We've only had 2 hours, but it's been flying out the door. 580989. Oh, Hazel, thank you ever so much.
I've had a ball.
Oh, I love what you've done.
Thank you.
So lovely. We will be back with you at 8 o'clock.
Brilliant. See you at 8.
Marvellous. Everyone, please don't go anywhere, because our Adam has got some a bevy of beauties over there. So, oh, a bevy of beauties. Oh, some deals. He's got deals. So please don't go anywhere, because he's going to entertain us for the next 2 hours. I'm going to go and eat my... oh, yeah, an hour, sorry. It's just an hour.